Hello everybody, welcome back again to this YouTube channel. This is Gistmonger. My people, Naija dey hot right now. So after all the mago, after all the abracadabra wey they can't do for the Saturday election, now they come appoint this man wey be TINUBU as the president of Nigeria. But trust some Nigerians, trust some people wey come talk say enough is enough. This man wey una dey try everything possible to impose him on us is not our choice, and in fact he failed woefully during the election. But because of the rigging, all the things wey una can't do, it can't dey in his own favor. But trust me, my people, we don't decide say enough is enough and we are not going to take it. Naija is a democratic country, and this thing where they come they try to force us to accept TINUBU is now looking like an autocracy, and we no want that kind of ruling in this country. Now some people can't gather obedience, and even Mr. PETER Obi, the president of Nigeria, can't have a Twitter space where they bore out their hearts to this man will be PETER Obi. Just hear exactly what they have to say, and please make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, turn on the post notification for more update on this channel. And after watching my video, it can't touch your heart to share. Kindly share and also recommend this channel to your friends and loved ones. Tell them say na here it they happen, because we they give Obunge better gist as see they hot 247.
This issue will be sorted, and I don't want us to despair. Just to encourage every one of us. I'm not speaking because I want to just talk. I'm talking about what I know. Saturday, on the election day, please, let's mobilize ourselves. Let's go and vote again. Let them rig it again. Please, that will be my submission. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Strong Amy. Thank you very much. Jojo, let's go.
My fellow brothers and sisters, I must say thank you very much. I really appreciate all of you coming on and all the efforts you all have played in all the periods leading down to this point. I must say thank you very much. Let me just go straight to the point. Just like my brother Zephaniah, is it Zeph or so that spoke earlier on? I just came back from work not long, and somehow I just decided I was actually reluctant to open Twitter, and then somehow I just mustered the courage to, and I just got the shocking news. Well, did I say shocking? It's not actually shocking, because somehow I actually expected it. But it was a disappointing news, and I was so hungry, and if I tell you that now I just lost appetite, I haven't even had the mind or the appetite to even find something to eat. That is to show you how pained, how disappointed I am. And I can tell you that, well, just to let you, I'm actually calling from Canada, in the same province as them, coincidentally. And I can tell you that a lot of us Nigerians here have been more than concerned. If I'd ever had the opportunity, I would have come down myself. We have been more than concerned. I could remember even the day of the election, I just couldn't sleep. As early as 5 o'clock, even though it was a Saturday, I don't go to work, I was already awake. I tuned into channels and was watching to see what is going on. And ever since then, I can point to you about 3 of my colleagues who said they themselves who didn't sleep. They have also been awake, monitoring the events right from here, far away. So our minds actually back home. There's no average Nigerian you would meet that would tell you that his mind is not back home. Because of course that is our roots. That is where we come from. I can point to you also, just this year alone, I've met about 3 or 4 Nigerians who said the moment they declare PETER Obi as the winner, they are coming back home. And you can imagine, I wish you guys who are not here yet can get to feel the sense of belonging we have. the optimism we have, the desire for us to always want to pour our resources, be it financial, be it our physical presence, whatever, to make sure that our country, where we come from, our identity, remains intact, remains, even gets elevated above all. So it came as a disappointing shock to me, but you see, one good thing, there is actually something we may not have seen. We Nigerians have woken up. We Nigerians are united. Forget all these bigots who go around spewing wickedness, hatred around. This election was a fight between not the Yorubas, the Igbos, or the Hausas. It was Nigeria against bad governance. It was Nigeria against bad governance. And I must commend those who, because it's an Igbo man who is actually running. And a lot of people have been saying, well, of course, what do you expect of an Igbo person? He would definitely support his own brother. But you have seen Yorubas, Hausas, who also trooped out in their numbers to make sure that they defend what is good. And it's just like what I told somebody in one of the groups I was actually attending, that here in Canada, you see Nigerians mixing together. All the Nigerians I've met, I've barely asked any of them where they come from. I've met an Hausa man, I've met an Igbo man, I've met a Yoruba man, and we relate freely. So I'm saying this just to dispel that notion that it is that, in fact, let's just throw away that identity or that tribal, let's just throw away that tribes or the tribal sentiments that we may have. And I must commend everybody. We all came out and did what we did. You see, the path Nigeria is actually turning into is not the fault of the citizens. It is not the fault of the citizens. Since I came into Canada, I have been watching how things actually happen. And I can tell you something. It is not rocket science. Nigerians are not asking for too much. What we are asking for is just even the basic, is a common thing. It's something that is common. To develop this country is not rocket science. The plans are there, even with the Nigerian politicians. It's with the with the government. The plans to develop Nigeria is with the government, but greed. Is there any word worse than greed? That is what is affecting Nigeria. Nigeria is not, forget about all this tribalism they try to spew around. Greed, wicked leaders, bloodthirsty leaders, demons is what is actually holding Nigeria in the form of our leaders. But I also want to let you guys know anyway that we shouldn't give up. We shouldn't give up. This is the time to rev up the fight. At times I sit down, I have read so many books on the Nigerian history prior to the Civil War, and even post-Civil War. And I can tell you that quite a number of us actually, our leaders especially, actually ignorant or, just decide to be careless about our history. Maybe because it was fought in just a particular part. And that is why some people just see it as, they don't even remember it at all. But we need to go back to our history and see where where all this actually happened, or where all this actually came from, why they happened, and why things are happening the way they are. It is very important because I see history trying to replay itself in a way, and I pray it doesn't happen because it will be too bad for Nigeria. It will be too bad for Nigeria. We won't survive it even as a people. We need to go back to our history to read without sentiment. Obasanjo wrote about the civil war, or even prior to the Civil War. which other, how many leaders have actually written about it? Major generals wrote about our history. So we need to go back to our history. We need to learn. And you will come to see that our problem doesn't lie in being Yoruba, Igbo, or Hausa. Our problem lies with bad leadership. And of course, even without the history, it's very much evidence now that what is plaguing Nigeria is bad leadership. And what pains me the most, Nigeria has more than what it takes to excel, even more than what these first world countries like US and Canada are today. I am telling you, Canada doesn't even have as much as the resources Nigeria has. Is it in terms of oil alone? But all these things are common sense. It's not rocket science that makes Canada what it is. It's not rocket science that makes US what it is. It is not rocket science that makes every other UK, wherever these so-called first world countries what they are. It is just common sense, my brother. It is just common sense and rule of respect for the rule of law.